I'd say overall 2015, 2016 was one of the best years in the history of our women's swimming program. Not only what we accomplished in the pool, but also in the classroom and some of the things that our alumni have been honored for over the course of the past year were pretty exceptional. It's worth mentioning that our women's team had its highest GPA in program history in the spring of 2016 with a 3.49 team GPA, and that's something that we're really proud of, and that'll probably be the first thing that I talk to prospective student athletes about when they ask about our women's swimming program. In addition to that, to be able to win the conference for only the second time in school history for the first time in my tenure here was really special and very rewarding. Top to bottom, really a landmark year for our women's program, and we're excited to try to build on it. Sprinting has been one of our best events here over the years, and something that we take a lot of pride in. We've won more 200 free relays and 400 free relays than anyone else in the conference over the last decade, and we'd like to continue that trend, and we feel like we have a lot of depth and a lot of firepower in the sprint events. Particularly the Miller sisters stand out. Jamie Miller, who has won multiple conference titles, last year was a conference champion in the 50 freestyle and the 100 freestyle. I believe scored the most points at the conference championship meet of any swimmer. Olympic trials qualifier. You know, she's really kind of checked all the boxes here, except one, which is qualifying for NCAAs. That's going to be a big goal for her moving forward. Her younger sister Annie, also an Olympic trials qualifier. Even though they're siblings and they look alike, they have very different strengths and very different strokes and different ways that they need to be trained, and we've learned a lot about Annie over the course of her freshman year, and I think she's going to really break out moving into sophomore year. And then we have a ton of depth in those events. We have Georgie Crompton, we have Jess Crowley, we have Katie Sell. We have a lot of kind of up-and-coming role players that I think will step to the front in the sprint events and give us the depth we need to hopefully continue to win the sprint relays, the 200 free relay, 400 free relay, and even the sprint medley relay as well. We have 3 headliners in the breaststroke events, and we have a lot of people who are very talented, but Allie Christie, who's been a standout here for 3 years and has a school record in the 200 breaststroke. I know she's very motivated to go out with a bang her last year, so we'll be expecting big things from her. Annie Valls is a very different type of breaststroker, very much oriented toward the sprint events. 50 breast is her best event, so she's a critical piece of our 200 medley relay. The 100 breaststroke, I know she'll be gunning to finally break that 103 barrier that she's been flirting with for quite some time. And Claire Williams, who had an outstanding freshman year and really shows a lot of poise in critical situations and has a fantastic technique, very aware, very coachable and able to make small changes. I think that bodes well for her future in the breaststroke. Butterfly is going to be an interesting one for us. Jessie Ushanauskas kind of carried the torch for us for 4 years in those events and was pretty dominant and very reliable. And with her graduation, it sort of leaves an opportunity for several other people to step into that role. Abby Mack has been a stalwart for us in both the 100 and the 200 fly. She trains more toward the sprint events, but she can still swim a good 200, has really good underwaters. Georgie Crompton will likely make a run at the relay spots vacated by Jessie. Katie Sell is another one whose 100 fly has really blossomed. And then the other end of the spectrum, Rachel Anderson is just a beast, swimming that 200 fly almost every meet, swimming the 400 IM, really trains tough and swims tough events. She's only about 5 feet tall, and yet she's an all-conference performer in butterfly events, one of the best 200 flyers we've ever had. So I think the group of flyers will really have to come together to make up for what we lost with Jessie's graduation. Last year, Sophie Rittenhouse really made her mark in the backstroke events by winning the 100 and the 200, broke the conference record in the 100 back, broke the school record in both events. And we expect Sophie to be even better in her senior year than she was in her junior year. She participated in British Olympic trials back in April and swam her best time long course. So we feel like she's still making progress as a swimmer. She hasn't come anywhere close to hitting her ceiling. And I know she wants to break more records and win more events and take a run at the NCAA championships. So excited to see what Sophie can do, and she'll certainly be the headliner. We're sad to lose Noelle Klockner and some other backstrokers that provided some good depth, but Emma Merrill unfortunately battled illness at the conference championship meet and wasn't really able to show what she was capable of, but we expect her to come back with a vengeance. And Katie Sell was a very pleasant surprise in the backstroke events last year. We knew she was good, we maybe didn't know she was that good. And we still have the depth in the 200 with Selena Fuller and some other folks that'll step in the freshman class. So we're really excited about backstroke led by Sophie, and trying to continue to dominate those events. We're really excited that Morgan Smith is back, the conference rookie of the year and the conference champion in the mile. We feel like Morgan had a good freshman year, but we really only started to scratch the surface of what she's capable of, and she's made big strides in the spring and summer, and we think she's ready for a breakout sophomore year. And excited to see what she can do in not only the mile, but 400 IM, 500 free, 1,000 free, a lot of different events. She can come all the way down to the 200. Her classmate, another sophomore, Maria Oseguera, really did not have the chance to show what she was capable of last year. She was diagnosed with mono shortly before the conference championship meet, so she didn't have a taper meet, but on paper, probably right there with Morgan, and in the training pool, certainly right there with Morgan. And then the elder stateswoman, if you will, Selena Fuller, who's been around for a while now, and last year showed that she had the versatility to come down to the 200 freestyle and break 150, but she still has a lot of chops in the mile, and we'll expect to see her swim everything from 200 free and even 100 backstroke all the way up to the mile. We're excited about what those three can do, and obviously there are some other players and some freshmen coming in that will provide some depth. On the women's side, we're bringing in 9 new people, 8 freshmen, 1 transfer. What we think this class does for us is provides a lot of depth. If you look at them on paper, there may not be one singular standout that is significantly better than the others or more decorated than anyone else in our program. But we think each and every one of them will be able to contribute in multiple events right off the bat. We don't feel like we have any swimmers that are really going to need to develop in order to contribute. We think each of them can score at the CAA level as a freshman. We expect these 9 women to contribute in every event, in every stroke throughout the year. I have no doubt that JMU, coming as close as they did to winning, will be very motivated and will be good. And Towson, I'm certain, did not enjoy getting third, and that's the first time they haven't been first or second in the last decade. So I'm absolutely certain that Towson is going to be motivated to win. So it'll be fun. And then you throw into the mix Delaware, which had an outstanding season last year, Northeastern, and all the other teams that bring something to the table. There's really no bad program, top to bottom. Everyone will be competitive. So it'll be fun. We're going to put a lot of energy into the process. We're going to try to improve every day as swimmers, as students, as people, as a team, as a coaching staff, as a program, and put ourselves in a position to contend. And when we get to that conference meet, we want to walk out on the pool deck feeling like we have a chance to win.